When Shawn Layden, the president and CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment America, confirmed that PlayStation 5 is pretty much happening in an interview to Golem.de, it's making us ask a lot of questions. Is it a near future possibility? Will it have just digital releases? And most importantly, is it going to be backwards compatible just like Xbox One? I'm Mahanawaz from Segment Next, and let's try to answer this important question in this video. In response to the statement by Shawn Layden, Wedbush Securities analyst Michael Pachter said that the PS5 will be backwards compatible with PS4 Pro, which also means that it will play base PS4 games, and it will probably release in 2019. Given the fact that PS4 Pro was recently released, and if PS5 is to be released in 2019, then there's no other choice but for PS5 to be backwards compatible, because I think that anyone who just got the PS4 Pro won't be going into spending another $400 on a new gen console. So if anything, PS5 will be like an upgrade to PS4 Pro, meaning it will be another hardware upgrade based on the same architecture. So the vast number of games that have been released for PS4 so far should be playable on PS5. Otherwise, it will be a marketing suicide for Sony. Cause let's face it, Xbox is currently working on backwards compatibility. Sony did it with PS4 Pro, but not pursuing it would therefore put them at a competitive disadvantage with Xbox. Microsoft sees the X1 X as the beginning of the end of console generations. Microsoft's head of marketing, Aaron Greenberg, told Engadget, "We think the future is without console generations." On the other hand, at the launch of the PS4 Pro, system architect Mark Cerny clarified this was not the start of a new console generation. He said that he believes in generations, which are a good thing, and he believes they should continue, and that PS4 Pro is a mid-generation release. So both PS4 Pro and Xbox One X are with very different outlooks, but both are doing something important, allowing players to carry over their game libraries. Sony made a misstep in a lack of PS4 backwards compatibility in the past. Microsoft capitalized by offering extensive Xbox One backwards compatibility via consistent updates, with new games added almost weekly. Both Xbox One X and PS4 Pro, as they're not fully fledged next-gen consoles, play all current and future Xbox One and PS4 titles respectively, but with improvements over being played on base consoles. The PlayStation 5 simply must offer backwards compatibility so that all PS4 games work on the machine. Besides, backwards compatibility offers less hassle for developers in order to adopt and adapt to new technology and requirement. According to Mark Cerny, the upgrade to PS4 Pro brought a delay of days to weeks for companies to adopt the transition. Besides, with such big titles being released as exclusives for PS4/PS4 Pro just this year, like God of War 4, Spider-Man, Days Gone, Detroit Become Human, and even probable release of Death Stranding and The Last of Us Part 2 later this year, PS5 being potentially released in 2019 without PS4 backwards compatibility will be, like mentioned before, a commercial suicide. Now, Sony has never introduced backwards compatibility up until PS4 Pro, but they do release remasters of games the fans have always loved, like Resident Evil from PlayStation 1, God of War from PlayStation 3, the most recent being Shadow of the Colossus from PlayStation 2, among many others. So you're basically paying money again for the games you already own, with the only addition of them looking good with some latency improvements. But besides remasters, which can be a somewhat welcome addition for devoted fans, Sony introduced PlayStation Now, a subscription website that hosts a huge library of your favorite oldies and exclusives from PlayStation. Now the problem is that it is, for lack of a better word, pointless. For almost $20 a month, you get to stream games that either don't work well at all, even at the highest of internet speeds. Once the game stops due to bad connection, then that's that. All your progress will be lost and you'll have to stream the game again. In short, PlayStation Now is pointless, and backwards compatibility is a far better option. So the gist of it all is that PS5 being backwards compatible is a great thing for the huge community of PlayStation fans, especially those who trade in their old consoles to get their hands on the new ones and would still love to play the games they enjoyed on their old console. Plus, with PS5 apparently being released in a relatively shorter span after PS4 Pro, then no one would be willing to be left without the ability to play and or replay the games they recently bought and be happy with just a new box. What do you think about PS5 being released? Would you like to see backwards compatibility or not? Let us know in the comments below. As always, leave us a like and subscribe to Segment Next, plus visit segmentnext.com for more. Until next time.